Hey, Dream Drivers, welcome to episode 352 of the Dreams and Drive podcast. And I have a special announcement today. Well, before I get to that announcement, I wanted to just say firstly, is that a word, firstly? Thank you guys for rocking with me. I just thought about it, 352 episodes. Like, that's crazy. I've really been doing this since 2016. So this is your first time listening. Hello. If it's not, thank you. Make sure y'all go back and check out all the amazing content that we have, 351 episodes prior to this one. I really do appreciate y'all. I really appreciate everyone who has come in every week and tuned in and just been inspired to put their own dreams into drive, to not let their dreams go into park. If that means you're in reverse neutral, if you are taking some sort of action, this podcast is for you. And I just really hope that the content has been inspiring to you and fulfilling and uplifting over the past 7 years. And also, guys, if this is your first time listening, or if you aren't already, please make sure you're following us from social media. We are Dreams and Drive across the board: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. And make sure you're using that hashtag Dreams and Drive when sharing as well. I love to interact with y'all on social. So, I'm always looking forward to seeing that you guys are sharing content and just enjoying it and helping other people learn about Dreams and Drive as well. And if you want to join our email newsletter, the keys and get email updates delivered right to your email inbox, just go to dreamsanddrive.com/join. That's dreamsanddrive.com/join. So if you're wondering why my voice sounds a little bit more raspier than usual, it's actually because it is super early in the morning. It has been really hard for me to post this month. It's just been a crazy month. Lots of changes going on, as you will know why in a second. So I had to wake up super early today to just make sure that I got this done before the baby woke up. But let's jump into it, right? I feel like I'm beating around the bush. So surprise, guys, I am expecting there is another baby dream driver on the way. Baby dream driver number 2. Yes, I am due sometime late July, and I am just so excited to be able to finally announce it to you all. And it's not that I didn't want to announce it to you guys. It's just that, life has just been busy. If you do not know, being pregnant, having a toddler is just hectic and crazy already, that I was just trying to find the right time and not really feeling the pressure of social media. I think a lot of times we think that we have to share everything right away with social media and the public. Not saying that I don't appreciate y'all, my Dream Drive listeners, but there's just some things that I just wanted to wait until I wanted to share, and I had that mental space to share. And I finally was just you know what? This is it. Let's do it. Let's tell the world. I know you guys will be excited for me, as you guys were when I announced about Axel and me being a first-time mom. So now I'm going to be a second-time mom, which has definitely is so crazy for me to think about. And the reason why I say that is I don't know if I ever shared this on the podcast, but I found a few years ago this paper. I think I actually found it when I was cleaning up when I was first pregnant with Axel. It was what do I want to be when I grow up? I think I wrote it when I was in 5th or 6th grade. And it's funny, I think one of the things I wanted to be a doctor that helps people, a fashion designer. And then something else that was on there was I had said, I want a family that is proud of me. Or I want my family to be proud of me, or I want to have a family and have them be proud of me, or something like that. And it was just interesting how at that age I had this concept of family and joy and fulfillment and a sense of purpose and what it all matters. And I think that just probably goes back to my own family experience growing up. And I feel that now, that joy, that fulfillment, that sense of purpose through my son. And, while being a mother is not my only role, it's a role that I feel continually challenges me, teaches me, inspires me, encourages me, stirs me, and awakens me. And so I just really, really wanted to just, how do I say this? Continue that and have that for myself. And I think as like somebody who's always thought about career and next steps, like Axel was a surprise. And even this baby was a surprise. So maybe I'm just supposed to like, have babies by surprise. But it's just like you step into your purpose, and sometimes not everything can be planned, and sometimes your biggest blessings don't always come on your own calendar when you think they're going to happen, but they are blessings nonetheless, and they'll change your life nonetheless, and you'll be better for it nonetheless. And that's just really what I've learned. So yeah, how do I feel? What's different about, being pregnant this time? So physically, I feel all right, although now I'm in my third trimester, so I'm just like getting a little bit more winded. I'm trying to stay as physically active. I feel like I'm more physically active, but not like directly pregnancy wise. So like, it's just that I'm active because I'm walking to work, I'm commuting, I'm chasing around a 2.5-year-old, right? But I remember my first pregnancy, I was doing Pilates twice a week and just doing more stuff that was directly just for preparing for birth. But I just feel like my life is just more active, and also because like it's not a pandemic anymore. Whereas with Axel, I was in the house. I was just really focused on learning as much about pregnancy and, just with myself a little bit more. But like, so physically I'm fine. Emotionally, I feel like I'm ready. I really still am kind of just headfirst into being a mother to my current son. And so it's just like, I don't necessarily feel like I've been thinking as much about how is life going to change with two. Maybe I should start preparing more. Any second time moms, mom of multiples, let me know. What should I really be thinking about? Or is it just like, once the baby comes, I'll understand and I'll be able to, adjust accordingly. There's like not that much prep that I can do. I don't know yet. But I low key am excited again. I'm a little overwhelmed just because, I got to go through old baby clothes, see what I can keep, see what I can keep, organize things, and just make sure that everything's prepped so that the baby is going to be good once the baby gets here. So other than that, yeah, that's how I feel. Ladies, we say period a lot, but do we ever talk about periods, aka our menstrual cycle? So I'm busy, I'm active, I'm always on the go, and sometimes pads just don't do it for me. I want to be able to move around and just feel, free. And here's the thing, a lot of us are scared of tampons, and we don't have to be. So let me tell you why. When inserted properly, tampons shouldn't hurt. Like a pad, Tampax can absorb even your heavy flow and give you an up to 100% leak-free experience you can't see or feel. And growing up in our communities as a teen, I remember there being this whole stigma and taboo around girls who used tampons versus girls who didn't. So I didn't really have anyone to talk to about it. Now, as a 30-something-year-old, I'm like, no, let's talk about it. Tampax has me covered. Chill mode, check. Supermom mode, check. On the go mode, check. Tampax is always there for the different types of days I have. There is no right or wrong way to manage your period. I'm just saying, mix it up sometimes and try Tampax. Share your light with Michelle Obama and the Light Podcast. In this uplifting new Audible original series, Michelle Obama explores her belief that we all carry a light inside of us. Join the former First Lady as she discusses how to kindle that flame so that we can face life's challenges. Hear her connect with incredible friends and favorite personalities like Oprah Winfrey, Ellen DeGeneres, Conan O'Brien, Tyler Perry, David Letterman, and many more special guests. In each inspirational episode, you'll hear honest and important conversations about overcoming self-doubt, building support systems, tackling issues of race, gender, and visibility, and creating pathways for progress. It's the perfect podcast for today's hectic times. Michelle Obama brings the humor, sincerity, and compassion we all need. Go high even when the world feels low with the former First Lady and the icon, artists, and thinkers you know and love. Listen free at the home of storytelling, audible.com/yourlight. Whether you're searching for the latest sneaker drop, that iconic handbag, a timeless watch, or your next piece of classic jewelry, eBay authenticators are there verifying every detail of your purchase. Yep, we're talking each inch, stitch, tick, facet, and clasp that make the piece you're searching for worthy of your collection. eBay authenticators are experts in their craft, true connoisseurs, and as leaders in their fields, they're making sure your items always arrive as authentic as your style. So go ahead, get that piece you've always wanted, and leave it up to the meticulous eyes of an eBay authenticator to make sure that watch movement is original, that glimmer is real gold, that rare sneaker is legit, or that handbag is really made of genuine leather, and never get faked over again. In a world full of fakes, it's time to get real with eBay Authenticity Guarantee. Everyone deserves real. Visit ebay.com for terms. Another question that I had, I'm kind of reading off a list of questions as if I'm interviewing myself. What has it been like the second time around? And it's kind of similar to the prior question, but I think the biggest thing has been I think the first pregnancy is one that you're just able to fully bask in. I'm pregnant. I'm awaiting a child. But now I kind of feel, telling a coworker, I was like, I kind of feel like this pregnancy is an afterthought. It's one of those things where, okay, Raina, you're pregnant, but life got to go on. You still got to do things. So it's always doesn't lead with I'm pregnant. And it's more like I'm doing this and I'm pregnant, right? I'm having a baby, or I'm raising my son and I'm pregnant. So pregnant is kind of being secondary, which also just makes me think about the power of woman. For me, it's so crazy because when I had Axel, I wasn't working full time. I wasn't commuting anywhere. And I just think about prior to the pandemic, because I think things have really shaped culture and the role of work, especially if you work in a industry that allows you to have hybrid work or remote work. People just expect different things. And I just think about, oh my gosh, there were pregnant women who were commuting into the city 5 days a week on their feet, walking and doing all this heavy stuff. And, the mental load of just being pregnant and performing at work and staying late and then having to go home. And that's a lot. So for me to only have to do it 2 days a week, I'm definitely grateful. But I've just been really aware of, I think, how blessed I am to be pregnant in this time period where people in the working world are a little bit more understanding, and to be able to have a hybrid role where I work remote part of the week and I'm in office part of the week as well has been really, really good for me. Definitely. So the next question I had was, how have I been managing Dreams and Drive? And that's a very honest question because I think this time around, I have not been managing Dreams and Drive as well as I want to, only because the time and energy of everything factoring in all that I have to do beyond Dreams and Drive, I feel like sometimes Dreams and Drive has not always been as consistent as I want. And that's part of me. And I've been talking about this for a long time. And I think this is just where, I'm not in reverse. I feel like I'm in a neutral phase. But in order to get to that really full drive stage, I have to outsource. And I've been beating myself up about this and building the team because it's just it's not conducive for me to continue to try to expand, and knowing that I'm going to be a mom of 2 in a few months and doing everything myself. I can still interview people. That's not the issue. I think it's the post-production and getting the episodes up. So with Dreams and Drive, I really feel like I have been not as consistent just because I've been either tired, I've been busy, and I want to change that. So I'm just being accountable with you all. If you've been wondering, Raina, over the past few months, things have been sporadic. You haven't been consistent. You change episode dates to Tuesday. Sometimes they come out Monday. Sometimes they come out Thursday. This is the reason why, guys. So sometimes when you see people, you might not think it's been struggling, right, behind the scenes, but a lot of times before, I used to work after getting Axel to bed, and with all the changes with him, and he's just been going to bed later. We've been trying to all these different tactics to get this toddler to sleep. And sometimes I just end up falling asleep right next to him because by the end of everything, I'm just so tired. So haven't been managing Dreams and Drive in the best way possible. I know I've promised lots of change this year and lots of new content, but the core of our message is still here, but it's still in my mind, and I definitely still want to expand and innovate, but I just haven't been in that mental space to be able to do that yet. So hopefully I do feel like, and I hope that inspiration comes later. And then when it says, I have here, how have I been managing work? And it's interesting because I work most of the time. Like, I feel like because the work that I'm doing is on the computer, and because a lot of the time when I'm at work, my 9 to 5, Axel isn't with me, I'm able to still have an output at high levels, right? So that's where I'm realizing that I can't always make the excuse that it's about Axel, it's about me not having time. I need to really carve out that time and have that same pressure and that same accountability. And I say that just because you're working, you're tied to a salary, and you have certain outputs that you have to give to people every day. There's this sense of team and the sense of like, okay, I need to get this done. But when you work for yourself, as you guys may know, sometimes you're a little bit more lax with yourself. You're a little bit more flexible with yourself. And work has been going well. Like, they didn't even really know. My team didn't know I was pregnant until maybe was it the Oscars? Yeah, I think it was after the Oscars. So they were I was coming to work, performing. I wasn't really having any morning sickness or anything. I was just more like nauseous, but I was able to cover that up. So nobody really knew until I told my team past 20 weeks. So it just goes to show that I was still showing up as myself, and nobody was like saying, hey, what's going on, Rana? But I really just wish now in retrospect, but maybe things happen for a reason, and maybe I wasn't supposed to be able to be going hard into things. Dreams and Drive definitely kind of took a little bit of a hit during this time, but I love my Dreams and Drive, and I'll never let it die. I'll never go into park with my Dreams and Drive. Dream drivers, did you know Ford is sharing the inspiring stories of those behind the wheel who are accomplishing their goals, pursuing their dreams, and creating the world they want to live in? Built Ford Proud is highlighting Dee Bryant, a Ford driver who has shown strength in how she's breaking boundaries to create change in her field for all those around her. So Dee is a professional stunt driver who's been featured in over 100 films, movies, and shows. She began riding motorcycles at age 11. And get this, Dee always finds herself gravitating towards Ford vehicles as her personal ride when off screen. In fact, much of her stunt driving training took place in a Ford Mustang. Dee is one of few females and even fewer African-American female stunt drivers in the industry. She constantly battles against sexism, racism, and unfair representation as many productions try to get around hiring female drivers. Dee co-founded the Association of Women Drivers, a stunt driving school where she helps teach other women to stunt drive. She's just one of the many examples that show us dream drivers that Ford drivers come from all types of backgrounds and dream driving journeys. Learn more about Dee Bryant's story at Ford.com/BuiltFordProud. Breaking the mold, strengthening communities, creating change, real stories brought to you by Ford, Built Ford Proud. Hey dream drivers, ever since becoming a mom, life has changed for me in so many ways, and I've learned so much about what it takes to be a mother. One of the things I realized early on in this dream driving journey was how important having the right tools, aka diapers, in my toolkit is. When it comes to changing those dirty diapers, for me, it's all about making the smartest choice. I need reliability and quality, and Pampers gives me that. You may save a couple cents on other brands, but will you save time and convenience? Who wants more leaky diapers, more laundry because poop stains are not fun? And better yet, diaper rash? Not me. I don't worry about that with Pampers. There are other things you can save on, but honestly, your baby deserves the Pampers experience. I've sworn by Pampers with my son for the past 2 years. It's gentle on his skin, and I can trust that they can hold up throughout usage. As a busy dream driver already juggling so much, your diapers choice should be easy and worry-free. Make sure you download the Pampers Club app today to start earning free diapers. Dream drivers, Walgreens knows you need your medications, but sometimes what you really need is a prescription for more time with your family or friends, or just more time to do what you want on a Saturday afternoon. That's why Walgreens offers same-day RX delivery to where you are. So you can get more than just your meds. You can get your prescription to save time at the pharmacy. And when you have pharmacy questions, which let's face it, we all do, Walgreens will be there for you with a helpful 24/7 pharmacy chat. So when you need to know, which med do I take before bed again? Or, is it safe to have a glass of wine with my prescription? You can ask a Walgreens pharmacy expert that question no matter where you are or what time of day it is. And that gives you more than just answers. It gives you your prescription for peace of mind. Delivery is available on eligible prescriptions only. See details at walgreens.com/prescription delivery. And so what have been some lessons that I've learned? And I have 3 here that I want to share with you guys. Time for change. There's going to be seasons in our life when there's going to be a time for change. And sometimes we have to accept it. And I say that only because you may not know when that time for change is going to come into your life. Like, for example, I'll be honest, this was not a planned pregnancy where, we were thinking like we're actually actively working towards this. So it happens and you have to kind of accept this is going to be a change in your life. And how are you going to approach it? Are you going to be in denial? Or are you going to accept it and transition accordingly? And for us, that's what we had to do, and now I'm just really excited to see once the baby gets here, how is this change going to impact my life? I'm really looking forward to, a lot of moms have said, like, you don't ever think you can love another person as much as you love your first child, but that love multiplies and your ability to love multiplies. So I'm really excited to see that. The other big lesson that I learned are things are hard, but you can do it. You can do it. Things are hard, but you can do it. You can do hard things. I say that because being pregnant is hard. Being a mother is hard. Being pregnant and being a mother is hard. Being pregnant, being a mother, and going to work is hard. Being pregnant, being a mother, going to work, and being a partner is hard. Being pregnant, being a mother, going to work, being a partner, and everything else that comes along with it is hard. But guess what? There are millions of people who do it every day and who are surviving and you will do it too. So if you're in some stage of your life where you feel like things are hard right now, I can't do it, but you can. I'm not saying that you should be suffering if you're in a place where, you're suffering. If in any type of way, of course, get the help that you need, but don't feel like because you're going through hard times that you'll never be able to ever see the sunlight again. All storms run out of rain. It's a quote that I've been seeing a lot lately. All storms run out of rain. Things are hard, but you can do it. You can do hard things. So in that moment where there's a lot of pressure, where you feel like, okay, I'll never get out of this, think about all those episodes that you've heard our dream drivers, our guests just share how they were able to get out of hard places in their lives, how they never thought things would change for them, but things did. And it's going to take you really working on your mindset. The biggest lesson I've learned is that it's not about what you know all the time, but it's about what you believe and your will and your desire and your drive and all those inner things, those intangible things that live within you that will help you. And then number 3 lesson learned is I have so much respect for moms. Like, I became a mom of 1, and I'm like, I have respect for moms. But now that I'm just being pregnant and being a mom, I have respect for anyone who, not saying I don't respect moms of 1, but moms of 2, moms of 3, moms of 4, moms of communities, mothers, women, I bow down to you all. Mother's Day, of course, I respect fathers as well, because there are definitely lots of active fathers, lots of great fathers. This is not bashing fathers at all, but I am just saying women, mothers who mother and mother more than just their children, respect, the utmost respect to you all. So what worries do you have moving forward? I'm not trying to really harp on worries right now. I'm trying to tell myself that, like, whatever happens, I am going to really be able to manage. Because I prepared so much for Axel, I felt like my postpartum. You see, I'm gonna keep that alarm in there. That's the alarm that I usually wake up at, but I've been awake before my alarm went off. I prepared a lot for being a first time mom, and I don't necessarily think I've done a lot of like second time mom prep. So I just hope that I haven't not prepared as much as I should have, and I hope that I'll be able to just really adapt to motherhood this time around again. I hope I don't lose myself, because it can be easy to lose yourself as a mother. I was watching this video the other day and they were like, moms, you need hobbies beyond just raising your children, beyond things that are monetizing to you. Like, you know, for me, I thought Dreams and Drive was a hobby, but it is, I monetize it. It's something that is tied to money in a way, although I love interviewing, but now it is a business. Like, I think about what are things I used to do beyond that. I used to love to read. I used to dance a lot. Like, I want to get back into like doing the things that just make me happy. I was thinking about, I want to get back into running. I used to run a lot in high school, college, post-college. I want to get back into running, physical activity. I do a lot of cooking now, like maybe do dinner parties just for the heck of it, like things that just make me happy. So yeah, my worry is that I'll lose myself, and I don't want to lose myself. And so that is something I'm actively just thinking about. How do I continue to just make sure that I'm prioritizing me? So the future of Dreams and Drive. And I'm not going to say I'm going to do this right now, but I'm always thinking about Dreams and Drive. And I think that if you listen to my journey, the thing that makes it beautiful is that it has evolved fast. It has evolved slowly. But I'm not the same person that I was in 2016 when I first started this podcast. But I definitely still have the certain things on my brain of where this can go. You know, building out that team, having events, partnerships, consistent episodes, video episodes, like really turning Dreams and Drive into a larger household name, brand, company of some sort. And I'm not worried. I used to be worried about the timeline. I used to say, shouldn't I have done this already? And okay, yeah, I could have, but I have not yet. But that doesn't mean that I will not ever. Okay? That does not mean that I will not ever accomplish or do or be able to grow the podcast. And maybe that won't happen until 10 years in. 10 years, and I'll say this in air quotes, struggle. But maybe the Dreams and Drive expansion story is supposed to happen like after I have my children and after they're like toddlers and they're into their own selves and I have that time. But the base, the foundation that I've grown, like I've just succumbed to the process and the journey and not beating myself up about it. And everyone on this podcast has had such a unique story, and you have been watching my story unfold in real time. And I am okay with it. I'm okay with wherever we're going. And what I plan on doing this time, what do I plan on doing differently this time? Well, number one, taking a maternity break. So August and into early September, I will probably not be posting any new episodes. I'm not even going to try. I'm not even going to tell you guys that I am. So I'm going to kind of roll out just a series of like my faves and just have those or replay for those for the time of September and August and end of July. I really do have to hire, even if it's just contractors to help me. So if you're an editor, please reach out. If you're a website designer, please reach out. When I say editor, I mean sound editor. Outsourcing, like that's something that I need to do. And so I want to make sure that I get that right. I want to make sure that all my books are right. Having hiring an accountant and being consistent with that, and consistent with my books. I just know that the foundation that I'm building needs to be strong because something will happen with this. Like, we all have a purpose. And I'm going to kind of end this here, going back to that piece of paper I found. And what do I want to be when I grow up? And I think, and it's funny, because I talk to a lot of guests on the show. Maybe this is a theme. But a lot of people had that feeling when they were younger. And they may not have told anyone, but they felt like they were special in some way. Even if they were shy, even if they were not, whatever, they still felt like they were special in some way. And I think that's the power of knowing you're a dream driver. But how? How do you unleash that power? How do you unleash that gift? It takes people sometimes a long time to realize that how. And I am on that journey to releasing that how. And maybe I'm already there and I don't see it yet. I don't know. But I'm excited for that journey to continue to evolve. And you just got to be proud of all the work that you've put in. So no matter where you are in this, like, be proud of what you've accomplished. I'm proud of my children now. Like, I didn't even think that I would be saying that. It wasn't something that I thought about when I first, launched Dreams and Drive, that one day I'll have children and then that will be part of this legacy. You'll never know. You cannot predict your future. You can try to, but you do not always know the paths and the exits and the journeys and the roads you shall take, but enjoy it, right? So thank you. I know some of you guys are probably so excited. You're like, oh my gosh, another baby dream driver. You guys have any car names, any suggestions? We like car names over here. We like that whole momentum building. Please feel to reach out on social media. If you follow my personal page, you may already know this news I did announce there. Yes, guys, love. Always hearing from you. Make sure you're following us. We're Dreams and Drive on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. And join our email newsletter, the keys to get email updates. dreamsanddrive.com/join. That's dreamsanddrive.com/join. As always, keep dreaming, keep driving. We'll chat again in episode 353. And yes, another baby dream driver is on the way. Bye.